Windows Server 2019 System Administration. Welcome back everybody. I am Prakash Pradhan, your trainer for this entire series. So today we are going to talk about one of the new features that was launched by the Microsoft in the Windows Server operating system in Server 2012, and that one is a NIC teaming. NIC teaming is used as a failover of your network interface card. If you remember the older version of operating system before Server 2012, there was no option to have as a failover of your NIC rather than using any other third-party devices or any other software if it existed in those days. But right now, after Server 2012 was launched, the Microsoft has come up with one of the best feature among all as a failover mechanism of your network interface card. Because see, no matter what service, what application you are using over your networking system, if your network interface card fails, trust me, your entire network will go down. So in order to manage this, in order to have the failover plan, Microsoft has come up with the new idea, that's a NIC teaming. So in a NIC teaming, your NIC teaming physical setup, it looks similar to this. That means in your one server we are going to have multiple NIC. That means NIC teaming is a mechanism that simply combines two NICs or more than two, and it takes out one virtual NIC in order to form as one. So now you might be having more than two NIC in one CPU. It supports actually around 32 NIC. That means 32 network interface card can be used to form as a team. So over here, if one NIC fails to perform its tasks, another NIC will immediately start its task. That means in spite of having a NIC failure in your network, the work will continue as it is. So over here, if I have to talk about some of the features or the reason why we need to use this network interface card NIC teaming, because of two reasons. These two are the most important. Number one, it ensures the high availability of your network connectivity if one adapter fails. It's so simple. We have more than one NIC. If one NIC fails, another one will start its work. That means the network interface card is all the time available to perform its tasks, to provide the services to your networking system. And another one is aggregation. That means aggregating network bandwidth across multiple network adapters. The meaning of this one is if you have three NICs, if you have three network interface cards, each able to handle or passing the 1 Mbps of bandwidth. That means if I use network interface card, aggregation will be done. You are having a 3 Mbps bandwidth in order to upload and download your data over your network. So over here, the one factor that you need to understand carefully is that the switch and the cable that you are using as an aggregation of your bandwidth must be able to handle this mechanism. So when we configure your NIC teaming, there are three modes. Okay, there are three modes of teaming your NIC. Number one, static teaming. That means manual configuration is required for the static teaming of NIC teaming over here. And number two is switch independent. So when you configure NIC teaming, it can be switch independent also. That means in different switches the connections are done. If the one NIC connected to one switch fails, another one will work independently actually. So the last one is link aggregation control protocol. So it's a dynamic teaming actually. So without wasting much time, let's jump up to the console for your NIC teaming. So for that, I'm going to my main server. But you need to make sure in order to use your NIC teaming, you need to have at least two network interface cards. Minimum requirement. If you have only one NIC, you cannot use or you cannot initiate the feature of your NIC teaming. And anyway, the NIC teaming is not listed in your add rules or features, neither it's displayed in your tool. It's not here. If you have a look over here, see NIC, it's not here. M, direct that, O. That means N is missing. MNO. Now, where is that NIC teaming? It's in local server. Local server NIC teaming. What you need to understand one more thing over here. If you are having only one NIC, in that case, the NIC teaming will not be green over here. mean to say some sort of a blue, okay, not green. So now this will be faded over here because one nick cannot support nick teaming. Nick teaming means the combining more than one nick to form as a one. So I'm going to click this disabled one and it will give you this interface. It's saying the name of your PC, of course it's online, and it's a virtual, and this is the operating system that I'm using at this moment. So now how to create the nick teaming? There are two ways. Number one, go to tasks, you see that menu, click new team, and you will have to select both the nick that you want to form as a team and give a name over here. If I go to additional property over here, see your teaming mode is switch independent, and then standby adapter none, all adapter active at the same time. That means it's a load balancing. That means if one adapter fail or it works as a your failover plan, okay, both are active, no one is standby, both are active. If one nick stop functioning, another one will continue its tasks immediately. And as I told you, there are two ways that you can configure this nick teaming. Another way is from the tasks and another is from here. Select any of the nick that you have here. See, we are having two nicks, okay. Right click any of this, add to new team, it's the same screen, and give a name to your nick team. That means our first nick team, okay. Now as I said, additional properties, it's the same thing, all adapter active. That means if one fail, another one will be active still. That means the work will go on, okay. And there's a thing I want to tell you. See, it's saying fault. Oh my god, something went wrong. No, everything is okay. Trust me, when we configure nick teaming, both the nicks will not be activated at the same time. See, it's saying faulted connection pending. It's saying connection pending. It didn't say fail or error. By going through this cross rate does not mean it is not functioning. It takes few seconds. Okay, I have come across this situation that I often get a call from many system administrators, those who are my old student, and they make a call saying that, sir, I was configuring a nick teaming, but one of my nick failed. What will I do now? They are in panic. And my answer is simple. Wait for a few seconds, your question will be stopped then and there. See over here, nick teaming is already configured. If you remember, previously we had only two nicks. After I configure nick teaming, another one virtual nick has formed over here. That means combination of these two my nicks are formed into the another one virtual nick. Now the IP assignment will not be done in these two. Even if you try, it will not allow. Let's try it. Go to property. For C, it's failed. It will not allow. How about going to the next nick? It might allow. Properties. TCP IP4 failed. Why? We have already made these two as a team. That means IP assignment will be done from here. If I go to property, now I can assign my IP address. So let's give the IP address 192.168.1.100 that we are using all the time for our DNS. So I don't need to type the gateway and DNS over here because my prime concern over here is just to show you how this nick teaming does and how it works. Okay, so it's saying DNS server is empty. Okay, we don't have to worry about that. Remember, our nick teaming was crossed. It was not done properly, and I told you it will be activated after a few seconds. Let's see. Did you see this? It's activated. It's not magic. I'm with you only. Okay, so now both are activated. Now let's see if nick teaming work or form properly, because I need to make sure it is functioning properly. So let's try to ping this one. Okay, this is my previous screen actually. So ping 192.168.1.100. It should reply. Congratulations, nick teaming is done successfully. But you need to test it from the client side as well, because the nick teaming is not done for the server. Nick teaming is used over here in order to provide the service to the client, so that if one nick fails, another perform its tasks. Okay, so now let's go to command prompt and ping that IP from the nick teaming. Congratulations, it's replying. That means nick teaming is done. But if you remember, I told you at the same time, the beauty of nick teaming is that if one nick fails, another will still be working. That means there is no interruption in its work. So I have disabled one NIC. Let's see now. See, it's disabled. And this NIC teaming means the combination of these two, but I told you both are active at the same time. If one fails, another one will work. So let's try to ping still. Congratulations, it's working. Though one NIC is down, you see here, it's disabled, still pinging. But if I go to client side, okay, client side, let's write, congratulations, your NIC teaming is working successfully. So in this way, you can easily configure your NIC teaming in your network infrastructure, network environment, so that if one of your NIC fails, if one of your NIC goes down, still NIC teaming will continue providing us network service in your environment. Okay, it was so easy and short video, I guess. If you think this NIC teaming video was fruitful, it was easy to understand, please do like and subscribe. Thank you.